Hi, so it's Princess and I am back. I think I just lost my cousin who was on the phone and we were talking about a new project. Basically what we were talking about is tracing objects. Her son wants this motorcycle on a t-shirt or something. I'm not sure what because I lost her call. I'm sure she'll be calling back. Tracing objects is really easy, but we're going to start 101 again. One of the things she told me that she has a hard time understanding is craft lingo, and I know because I've watched a lot of craft videos and people use lingo that I didn't understand at first, and some of it I still don't understand today and have to go and Google some things. So one of the things that I wanted to touch on was some of the craft lingo. When you're tracing images and you're going to apply them, different types of material apply in different ways. So there is a vinyl. Oracle makes really good vinyl. You can buy Cricut and Silhouette vinyl or off-brand vinyls, but Oracle is like the #1 seller when it comes to vinyl. The vinyl comes in different numbers. The different numbers tell you, the different things that it's used for, the different quality of the vinyl. So I found that the vinyls that I use most are 631. The 631 vinyl is what I use when doing wall art. 631 is removable. I want to say most of the time I've seen it, it's a matte style vinyl. It may come in glossy, I'm not sure, but I don't think I've seen it in glossy. And it's best if you use it indoors because, like I said, it is removable. So you don't want to use it on, wine glasses or anything that you're going to sell or give to a customer that's going to peel off. You only want to use it for decals. I want to say you can actually use it for car decals too, but I want to check just to make sure. But it is removable, so that's the good thing about 631. 651 is a permanent vinyl, and that's what I use on my wine glasses, my beer mugs, anything I want to sell, anything you don't want to come off, mailboxes, anything that you want to stay there. And I want to say it stays and holds up for years. I can't remember exactly how long, but I know it is, I want to say at least 2 years is what it's saying, the 651. 651 can be used outdoors as well. Like I said, a lot of people use it for mailbox numbers and things like that. So the two differences, the major differences is one is removable and one is not. So make sure when you're making your projects that you are definitely paying attention to whether you're using the removable vinyl or the permanent vinyl, because you don't want to use permanent vinyl on something that you're going to want it to be removed from. There's also a printable vinyl. I have not used it yet, but I did see a somebody in one of the groups that I am in post a picture of a project that she did with printable vinyl, and it was really neat. So I really cannot wait to use the printable vinyl, and I do plan to share once I do use that. Now, when you're getting into clothing and things of that nature, actually even wine glasses, you can use it on wine glasses and beer mugs and canvas art, things like that. I use HTV, and HTV is heat transfer vinyl. That's when you're going to need an iron or a heat press. I don't like to use an iron because the iron was not working for me well. So my husband bought me a heat press, which was a little intimidating at first, but once you get the hang of it, you will love your heat press. I absolutely love my heat press. I have used it on canvas art. I've used it on multiple t-shirt projects. I even used it on a beer mug project that I did that was customized with an Irish emblem logo on it for one of my co-workers. His family crest, that's what it was. It's an Irish family crest. A lot of weeding, but I found it to be a whole lot easier than trying to do the 651 on it. So I did use the heat transfer vinyl for that. Heat transfer vinyl comes in a wide variety of colors and textures, glitter, smooth, metallic, rainbow. It's amazing, the things that you can find heat transfer. And so that is definitely one of my favorites. Printable heat transfer vinyl is something that I use when I'm using images that are not my own per se, and images that are going to be harder to do. I don't really like layering. You can layer with heat transfer vinyl, but I don't like it much. So if I have a project that I'm going to have to layer, which means use multiple different colors of vinyl and put them on top of each other to create the picture the way it's presented, I don't like to do it. I am a little intimidated by it. I've done it a couple times. It's looked okay, but I prefer to go ahead, print my image, do a print and cut, and use the image along with other heat transfer vinyl. So Printable Htv, definitely your friend. When using Printable Htv, you want to remember that it comes in two different ways. You can get it for either dark colors or for light colors. On the back of the Printable Htv, they usually have lines down the back. The ones with the blue lines on the back are for the dark color, in case you're like me and they get all mixed up. So if you have the ones with the red lines on the back, that's for your light colors. So yeah, I had that get all mixed up once, and I was like, oh my god, which one is which? And you don't want to put, one on the other. The good thing about it is you can get it off. If you mess up, you can get it off. If you put vinyl or Printable Htv on a t-shirt and you realize, hey, that's not looking how I want it to look, or whatever the case may be, if you heat up your household iron and put it on the back of your vinyl, on the back of, so if it's on the front of a t-shirt, you want to put the iron on the inside of the t-shirt to heat up that vinyl that you want to remove. And then I use my hook, which is my weeding tool, and I usually just peel it off. Sometimes it can be time consuming, sometimes it's a little bit easier, but if you mess up, it can be fixed, so don't worry too much. Weeding is a term I just used, and weeding is actually what you have to do once you cut an object out. So once you cut an object out of vinyl, it's still on a sheet of vinyl and it still looks like the sheet. The process of removing the pieces that you don't need in order to get the image that you want is called weeding. It can get very meticulous. So I do not recommend weeding very difficult pictures or any images that take a lot of weeding in the beginning, because it can definitely be intimidating. So yeah, I definitely would not recommend that. The image that is on my screen is the motorcycle for my cousin's son. When pulling images, I like to get the ones that are either I'll Google, like for this, I Googled motorcycle clip art or motorcycle silhouette clip art, or coloring pages are usually easier to read. So whatever it is you're looking for, but you want to add clip art or silhouette or coloring page behind it, because it'll give you an image that is going to be easier to cut, that's going to be, that your silhouette is going to be able to read those cut lines really good. So if you look at this, it's going to cut out all of this where you see white, it's going to cut out all of that. So that white, and that's the reason I like the silhouette projects. When Googling an image, I like to Google silhouette because it usually gives you the image in black and what you don't need in white. So that makes it a whole lot easier when weeding, because you definitely want to keep this image and look at this image when weeding, so you know just to weed where the white spots are.